Hi guys, it's been very long since I last uploaded a video. I really hope all of you are doing well. For me, college and admissions and stuff like that took a bit of my schedule, but now that I've covered over 1350 kilometers in the past 3 months, the bike is a bit dusty. I've not washed it properly yet, so I thought this would be a good time to share my experiences since I've covered over 1350 kilometers. So I hope to give you guys some really good information which would be valuable if someone wants to go for the bike. So let's quickly start. One is the weight. Now weight is honestly no more an issue. I've gotten so used to this bike that it hardly matters to me anymore. Like if I drive some other vehicle, then I start feeling what am I, riding. So it just becomes a part of you. Like I guess, I mean, in the sense like you get so used to it, you feel, you get a different feeling if you don't sit and ride the same bike. So that's just something that I feel when I sit on some other vehicle and I feel something's missing. So the weight is really not an issue. I actually start to enjoy the kind of heavy front end the bike has. So that's just me, but it's not an issue anymore. But it is a practical hurdle. As I was traveling from here to Mumbai, and at points, I had luggage behind me. I'll share a picture, and it was heavy at some points. But that was like 2 months back. I was not that used to the bike anymore. So now it's pretty much like non-existent for me. Let's quickly talk about the coolant and the heating. Now the coolant issue is hardly an issue now. It's always in the range. Like before my first servicing, I uploaded where it had gone below. So that's just because of the the filter, the air. So that is not an issue anymore. Heating, yeah, the bike does heat, man. In traffic, the bike is like a microwave. Your thighs, if I wear shorts, I usually wear shorts on this bike for some reason. I don't really drive too fast. I drive like pretty leisurely. But the heat is a burn to your calves, to your thighs. So yeah, if the bike does heat, so especially in traffic, Let's quickly talk about the brakes. The brakes are pretty good for me. I did not have any sound or any issues in the brakes, at least while I drive. So even the rear airbags and the front brakes, pretty, pretty useful. Like if I was going on Mumbai High at speed of 120 plus, and at times I had to slow down really quickly, and they did the job. I had full confidence in the brakes. Yes, speaking about speed, I took the bike at around 120, 125 max. I do not really like going more than 130. It just feels a bit unsafe. And yeah, I had all the gear, so that's not an issue. I had all the gear, protective stuff, and yeah, man, it's such a joy. Like it's so fun, especially if it's the first time you're doing this. It's really fun. The exhaust, it's pretty bassy. It's got a beautiful sound, and yeah, you do get, while you're driving in Mumbai, while you're riding it. I'm not saying every time, but you do get people who have second looks at the bike. So it is definitely a stunner, especially the dual exhaust. They do give it the big bike feel. So I'm really happy with all the cosmetics on the bike. I know it's not, I don't think it's very functional, but it's pretty, it looks visually appealing. So I'm okay with that. I heard some Dominar users had alloy bend issues. So touch wood, I have not had any of such issues. I think maybe due to the tire pressure they might not be maintaining it, because yeah, the tire pressure sometimes it goes really low, like 22, 23. You have to keep it in the 28, 32 for the front and back. You have to keep it in the range, and I don't think any of those issues would happen. The holder, now the mobile holder that I bought, right? So if I don't have a mobile on this, so it vibrates, like it makes a really weird sound like that, while you're riding it. So you have to have a mobile on it for some reason. So it's just minor issues that I'm trying to highlight if you are going for a mobile holder. If you remember in the last video, I had a chain over here. I removed that chain because it started giving some marks on my rear, this rack. So I kind of got it removed. It was just a normal chain, so I don't use it. I only use it when I'm traveling and I need to keep my helmet. Otherwise I try not to use it on a daily basis. What else? Yeah, mileage is improved drastically for me. uh, when I came back from a Mumbai trip, and the daily routine that I used it, I get around 29 to 30 now. So I mean, I don't expect more than this, to be very honest with you. 29 to 30 is what I get, and I'm really happy with it, to be very honest. I might do and complete mileage test. This is just from my observations that I'm getting around this mileage compared to what I was getting like 21, 22 when I bought the bike. So the backrest, I feel it could be more functional, since I had a pillion with me through the entire Mumbai ride. We went to Alibag. I might post a few pictures in this video so that you get a sense of the bike and how it carries two people and how it works. So yeah, so backrest could be a more functional. That is what my pillion told me. It was too small for her. I mean, if it was like a little bit more big, I think that would have made a lot of difference, at least for the comfort. It's still fine. It's good, like when you accelerate and it gives a bit jerk, and the pillion, and I mean, it's not a pillion, it's the stopper. So the stopper is does a good job at that. But yeah, a full-on backrest on this adventure bike would have been really, really good. Now, a few other things that I would like to talk about is the crash guards. Really helpful. There was a time accidentally I dropped, like I fell, and the bike fell on me. But the crash guard did the job. Nothing. Like I wasn't driving it. It was like this only, but somehow it just came down on me, and no one was hurt. Everyone was fine. But yeah, I think the crash guard, the Dominar 400, this 2022 got better crash guards, and I think they did a good job at keeping the internals of the bike safe, right? So other than that, dude, the bike is a freaking beautiful machine to look at. I mean, I personally love the all black thing. The bent pipe, it is still like, it does look like the rusted version of it. I'm not really going to change any of the cosmetics of it right now. If you see, I've not even removed all the stickers, I don't know, I just love this new bike feeling that I get when I ride the bike, so, and it's like your own like, the cockpit, like, when you ride the bike, you have this entire feeling that you are riding a big bike. So, and the mirrors on the highway, so freaking stable. You would not face any issues on it. The hand guards, really cool, really functional, really loving it. Just that's it. Again, let me just try to get better views of the bike while I talk. Oh, this looks really good, but that's not, I don't want to show you just lights. So yeah, so that is my in short review. I've tried to read the comments and give whatever points that you guys wanted to have a few comments on. So whatever comments I felt could be justified in the video, I've tried to add them. Other than that, the bike held the luggage pretty well. I had a big bag over here. I tied it with like 5 or 6 bungee ropes, and yeah, it was in the entire back seat. I'll post some, maybe attach some pictures of it with this video, and I guess that's it. I'll just quickly give you guys a look around of the bike, how the Dominar 2020 looks after 3 months of an actual and a daily usage, right? So yeah, this is how it looks. I feel it looks just as new, just a little dusty. There is, and this bike's gonna be with me like for a really, really long time, and it's gonna keep looking like this. So so that's pretty much it. Now let me just the ritual. How could we forget the rev sound? So this is when the engines are not revved and you can hear the sound. So that's the bassy sound. I really love this sound itself. A few revs. I don't want to wake any neighbors up, but but that's just how it sounds, and sounding just as beautiful as the first day. Actually gets better, I guess, because you get used to the sound. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. I hope it's been useful. Oops, my paper. That's where I wrote a few points I want to talk about. I'm not experienced, guys. Forgive me. So that's it. Thank you, and I really hope you guys have a good year ahead.